guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video, and this time it's the top 17 TFs of 2017 Transformers TF top whatever. Yes, top 17 Transformers purchases of the year, not necessarily the top 17 that came out in 2017. And I'm going to say beforehand that I want to put a couple of things into this video. I want to put the worst Transformers toy, I want to put the most undecided Transformers toy, one that's kind of like, it might be bad, might be good, and then the best custom. Starting off with the worst is the Titans Return Stripes. It's just bad. The most undecided is Broadside, because I'm not sure if I hate it or like it. I like one of the alt modes, I hate the other one, and then the robot mode's just eh. And then the best custom is Xavier Cal's DevCon, that I completely forgot about while doing this list, so I decided, hey, why not just give it a little shout out right here. Alright, so I'm gonna try and quickly get through things, because the last time I recorded this, it was like half an hour long, and I don't want the video to be half an hour long, so here we go. Now, when looking back at this list, I was thinking, maybe I should put Generations Dreadwing instead of these two, but I decided, nah, let's just keep them in. This is Transformers Generations Blitzwing and Octone. More so Blitzwing, but I find myself constantly picking up Octone anyways, even though it should be Octane. But still, I really do like these. I like triple changers in general if they work. And I think these just do. They're not perfect by any means, but I don't know, I like them. So at the toy show, I recently decided to get some Transformers animated figures, and I only came out with about 2. But this was one of them. This is Transformers animated Cybertronian Optimus Prime. The shoulders aren't that great, and the weapon is, well, just kind of like that. I mean, yes, you could separate the weapon to get it to hold on to this part and not have, you know, this going on, but I don't know, I like the longer axe, but still, very cool. The transformation is a little more creative compared to some of the other Optimus Primes out there, and I just really enjoy it. Next on this list is the only thing that's remotely third-party. It is the Nemesis Prime and the trailer. It's not the one that combines with the figure, but it's mainly on this list because of 2 things. One, this is pretty much the only convention-exclusive figure I have, aside from the Creo Bacon Optimus Prime with the open matrix, but I got that from a friend who didn't even get that from the Comic-Con, so I don't technically count that. But I really want something convention-exclusive, and finally I got Nemesis Prime. And not only that, I really wanted a Nemesis Prime for the longest time, and for me to get a trailer out of it, which was, I mean, dirt cheap too. But Nemesis Prime himself, I mean, wow, what a deco. I mean, just the black and dark blue and even the kind of pearly cyan turquoise color, it works. There's one Transformers Armada toy that I wanted for so long, and finally I got it. That is Armada Demolisher. I mean, he works in pretty much every mode. He doesn't have the best articulation, but I'm satisfied with what he's got. His robot mode looks great. You know, I could nitpick this toy all I want, but, I mean, he is just a nice little toy. And, you know, as a toy, he works. So, yeah. And the fact that it's Demolisher, it's freaking Demolisher. You know, Armada might not be the best series out there, but Demolisher. Thank you to Super Z-Man 85 for this figure. It is Movie Evac. And it's kind of the same thing with the Nemesis Prime. I could not go and get it from where it pretty much came from. I could not get it from the Universal Studios ride thing. But he decided to send me this figure kind of like out of randomness. He just all of a sudden messaged me and said, hey, you want the Movie Evac? And I'm like, okay. And, yeah, he sent it, and it's a really cool figure. I do like it. The colors pop. It's not a perfect figure, but you know what? For what it is, I do like it, and the fact that it's a Universal Studios exclusive, I mean, why not? This is another double on this list, but hey, it's my list. I could do whatever I want. This is Bisque and Thermidor, mainly because, I mean, they're both pretty good. I think I like Thermidor a little bit more. I like the head sculpt, and the blue really pops. but I mean, they're pretty much the same, and I mean, come on, they're the same mold, so why not? Very cool. This was sent to me by Ultra Maximus on YouTube, and I just really love the aesthetic. I'm still not sure how I feel about Bisque in the show himself, but as a toy, it oddly works. What would be the perfect toy for me? Well, I love the Legends class, and I love Shockwave. How about a Legends Shockwave? I finally found this guy, and it was pretty cheap to get. It was like 10 bucks, which usually they're like 12 bucks. Actually, I think it was not even that, probably 8 bucks. So that's still good. But still, I mean, I love the molding on this guy. It's not just because he's a Shockwave figure, it's because he's a good Shockwave figure. I love the aesthetic, I love the details, I love the design. You know, there's some things that are different compared to the Generation 1 version, but I think it just fits. And I love the head sculpt, I love the weapon mode, it works. You know what, I'm kind of surprised this isn't higher on other people's list of Hasbro Transformers. I'm not necessarily complaining, I'm just kind of surprised by that, because a lot of people were talking about it, and pretty much they were like, oh my god, this is the best thing that Hasbro released, at least thus far. This is Generations Titans Returns Triggerhappy, and it's such a nice little figure. I love the aesthetic of the alt mode. I think the spaceship mode just works. And then the robot mode, I mean, I love playing around with the weapons, and the headmaster gimmick is fine. You know, I really don't mind it. The weapons are pretty cool, and I love the coloring of him. I could have added Misfire to this, but I decided to go for Triggerhappy just because there's an annoying part of the transformation to Misfire that I kind of don't like. With Triggerhappy, I just think overall it works. Like, everything feels nice. I love Transformers Prime, so this might be just my personal thing, but hey, it's my personal list, so first edition Cliffjumper. I have the GDO one, so I was thinking, oh, this isn't going to be anything new, but I wanted it because, well, it's Transformers Prime. And my golly, I was surprised how well this is. I mean, the color scheme works, the head mold works. I know I keep saying the word works, that's annoying. But still, I mean, look at this guy, and he looks so much better than the Robots in Disguise Prime version. Oh, I love this freaking thing. If it wasn't for the leg transformation that I don't like, I feel like I'm going to break it. This would be higher up on the list. But as far as right now, he still made the list. I'm going to try and be a little bit quicker here. This is Transformers The Last Knight Nitro. Simply because, one, I actually like the character in the movie, despite the fact that he doesn't have a lot of screen time. And second, he's got such a nice looking alt mode and robot mode, mostly the robot mode. He is not a perfect figure. If you guys want to go check out my review, go ahead. I nitpick the hell out of this guy. But still, I mean, when I look at this, he puts a smile on my face. My words don't work today. He puts a smile on my face is what I'm trying to say. When I bought this guy, I said I would be surprised if he didn't make the top 17 of 2017 list. And, well, he's on the list. This is Generations Sixshot. Now, mainly because I wanted Sixshot for the longest time, and I just think that he is so much like his Generation 1 version with the alt modes and everything. He is not a perfect figure. Like, the joints in the arms could be better, and especially in the knees. But for what it's worth, I'm having fun with the transformation, and he's got so many alt modes. This is one figure that I had no problem paying full price for, because you pretty much get 6 toys in one. I'm not going to complain. Speaking of toys that I wanted for the longest time, since it was pretty much announced and I never got it, Hunt for the Decepticon Starscream. This leader class toy is such a surprise. I really didn't think much of it when I was getting it. I thought I might get a little disappointed by it, so I'm not going to have high expectations. I don't know, I just felt like there was going to be something wrong. No, not really. This is pretty much the perfect movie Starscream. And if you don't like the aesthetic of Starscream, you know what, that's fine. I understand it. I just think it works as a toy, as a model, with the articulation, the detail, and everything. The transformation is a lot of fun, so why not? It's a good figure. I'm really surprised that I got this toy and the price I paid for it. It is Transformers Prime Jet Vehicon. This is the, of course, the Japanese release because there's no Hasbro release. Oh my god, this thing looks amazing, and I love the Vehicon mold anyways. So when it came in jet form, I was like, oh, I really want to get that, but I wasn't sure about the purple color scheme, but you know what? I really don't mind it. Yeah, he's got that stupid little arms micron thing. I would have preferred an actual gun. But still, nonetheless, I mean, he's such a nice looking toy. Transforms well. The alt mode is gorgeous. I just really like this thing. There's a reason why this one is high on my list. It is the Last Night's Scorn. Now you're probably thinking, oh my god, this beat Nitro's Zeus? Why? Let me tell you why, is because not just the fact that I love the alt mode, I think it is such a nice alt mode. Not only the fact that the robot mode is fun to play around with, but he beats the deluxe class one, which was already a very good figure, in my opinion. Some people might disagree, but I think he's fantastic. But I just picked this up and look at it. I know, that's kind of weird, but I mean, he's so high on my list just because I picked this thing up and just stare at it. I don't even mess around with it. I look at it because it looks solid, gorgeous. I love the detail. I mean, it just looks amazing. I get so distracted by this thing. Ah, I can't put it into words. It's good. We're going into the top 3, and once again, we've got a double. This is Topspin and Twin Twist. Yeah, when I got this guy, I was like, I knew he was going to make the list, because I thought he was so much better than the Triggerhappy one. Maybe it's because I got this guy before I got Triggerhappy, so, I mean, some of the transformation bits on Triggerhappy is pretty similar to Topspin, so, you know, when I got Triggerhappy, I wasn't that blown away, but, still, I mean, this guy looks amazing. I want them to do the jump starters for the longest time. I know that's not a popular opinion. I know some people hate the jump starters. I actually thought they were kind of creative, and I wanted to try them out. But I wanted them to do the Generations version of it, and finally they did, and I think they look great. Yes, they're headmasters. I really don't mind. I'm just glad to get both of them in my collection, and they look fantastic. I'm still surprised that I have this toy, and considering the price I paid for it. And one of the things just fell. Number 2 fell on my Mega Bloks collection of Halo sets, so I'm hoping that he didn't break anything. This is Generations Fortress Maximus. Now, he is not the perfect toy by any means. I will say that. The alt modes aren't fantastic, and he's got problems with his feet. But you know what? He's big, and he's huge, and it reminds me of being a kid when all my Transformers toys and whatnot were bigger than, you know, compared to me. And I thought, oh my god, this is massive. And now growing up, it's like, well, they're kind of small nowadays, of course. That's how growing up works, I guess. But anyways, this makes me feel like a kid. It really does. And I love the headmaster gimmick going on with it. The articulation is fine. I mean, I could get this guy in a pose and he could still stand. Even in poses that some of the deluxe class figures won't stand up for. So, I mean, he's just a massive thing, and I can't believe the size of this guy. He's just fantastic. I love it. I really do. Again, not a perfect toy. If anyone hates this thing, that's fine. I totally see the point of view on that. But I can't stop loving this. Some of you are really going to hate that this figure made it to the list, but there is a reason for it. I think that out of all the versions of this character, this is the best one from that storyline. I think it is an incredibly solid toy. I think it looks amazing in general, not just compared to every other version of it, but just in general. Let's go ahead and show that off. That is the Last Night Megatron. He has topped everything because, again, he is the most solid figure out of anything. He's got this little backpack thing that wobbles around. Other than that, that's it. Other than, I mean, a little joint in the neck that kind of swivels side to side. Or not swivels, but just moves side to side, whatever. But, I mean, I could count that for articulation. His weapons are cool. I love the fusion cannon. And he looks demonic. Like, he looks like a scary Megatron. Revenge of the Fallen Megatron just looked like a giant brute that would just throw a fit. This guy would plan ahead and think, okay, what is the worst hell for this person? I mean, just by looking at that, I could tell. And previous Megatrons, he just looks like a giant brute, and I don't really care for it. This made me care about Megatron. It's probably one of the only things that is good that comes out of the Last Night, except for, of course, Scorn and Nitro. But still, I mean, it's fantastic. I love the jet mode. It works. It's still not a perfect figure. None of these toys are going to be perfect, but it is still the most solid. It really is. I can put this in a pose, no problem. I really like this thing. I really do. And I can't recommend it enough. I know the Leader Class one exists, but I don't really care for that. This one just, it blows my mind. So that is pretty much it. That is my list. Please let me know what your list is. Have you made a video yet? Or do you want to comment down in the comment section? Also, as a reminder, I am on Snups where you could share your collection and you could talk to other people about a certain toy and product thing. You don't have to share your collection on Transformers. It could be Hot Wheels. Hell, it could be lip gloss for all I know. So if you want to download the Snups app, there is a link down in the description below. You can check out my profile and my group, which you could talk about Transformers in that. So yay! I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, yada yada yada. With that said, I'll see you guys next time. Fortress Maximus, you've been banned. You shouldn't have done that. I think you broke something. Nah, you're still good.